is Sidetrust from Music Radar. I'm here at Bristol Academy with John for the band Mogwai, who's going to show us a little bit through the live rig that these guys are using on their current tour. So, John, should we start with your amps here?
Yep. As good a place to start as any. I've had this since I was 17, and it's amazing. It's a Marshall Super Bass Mark II, I think. It's 70s, I think. It's great. It's really loud, really clean as well, which is maybe not what everyone would want from an amp, but I've got enough dirty things down there to make it dirty. That's just a Marshall 900. My other 900 is not working at the moment, but it's a Joe Satriani signature model, and it's lovely. It's amazing. That's quite good. That way. It's not as good.
You've got a custom telly on stage here at the moment. You seem to have quite a love for Fender guitars and tellies in particular. Is that right?
I do find that Fender make a nice guitar. Yes. I like Gibsons as well, but I think the shorter scale just kind of freaks me out a wee bit.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I don't use the Jaguar that much either.
Should we talk about the other guitars? Should we have a look at the ones you got back here?
Another couple of custom tellies with EMG pickups put in them. One of them's got a wee Bigsby on it there. Just good guitars. Not really, definitely not expensive.
How many Telecasters have you got in total then?
In total, I've got 4. I've only got 3 of them here. And like recently, we had to buy a second kind of set of stuff so we could play concerts like the day after each other and ship everything miles away. So I would just have 2, but I've brought 3 of them for this. We use quite a lot of strange, weird tunings, and it's handy to have more guitars than less guitars, really.
Yeah, tell us about this beautiful looking beaten up Jaguar here.
This is a lovely 60s 3CBS Fender Jaguar, which had this in it when I got it, but I don't ever really use bridge pickups, so I never bothered putting the original one back in. But it's great. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely guitar. A bit quieter than the other ones in the Telecasters, so I don't really use it that much. Means all your pedal kind of levels are a wee bit kind of confused. This lovely Music Man Stingray, which is a beast of a guitar. It only gets used in a couple of songs because it is in really crazy tuning. It's A, B, C, D, E, F. It's pretty much all A and D strings that are on it, I think.
So what songs is it that you use that for?
This is for Friend of the Night, and I use it on a new song called Rano Pano, just because it coincidentally has 2 of the strings tuned to the right notes.
And you're saying earlier that's because fitting harmonically in with what other people in the band are doing?
Yeah, when Barry wrote Friend of the Night, he wanted it to start with harmonics of certain notes. And the only way to do that was to tune the guitar in a funny way, and then I had to write a part around that tuning as well, which serves me right. But yeah, I wouldn't advise anyone using an A, B, C, D, E, F tuning. That's ridiculous. A couple of lovely Fender 12s. This one's the best one. This lovely Sunburst number. And this one's alright. But someone's replaced the nut on it, and it's just not right. Like the strings are too close together up at the top.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives some fretting issues. It's a wee bit annoying.
So which songs is it you're playing on 12 strings on this tour then?
12 strings, Mexican Grand Prix, and San Pedro, mostly for them. Maybe a bit of Two Rights as well.
Yeah.
But Mexican Grand Prix and San Pedro are both in the same tuning. two rights and standard tuning.
Yeah.
So it's just a pain. Too many weird tunings are just a pain. This Telecaster here belongs to Barry Burns. And we can go and look at the rest of his
Let's
stuff.
go take a look at Barry's stuff. So this is where Barry works on stage, as it were?
This is where Barry plays his guitars.
Yeah.
Yep. We've got an amazing SG called the SG. It's not just an SG, it's the SG. It's brilliant. It's a fantastic guitar. I also once found the Les Paul brother of it called the Paul, and that was rubbish. But aye, that's a lovely piece of guitarage. Maybe orange. This is not the one he normally uses. The one he normally uses broke last night. But this is a new one. And yeah, it's good.
Is it normally a rock verb he uses and he's
No,
just
it's
replaced it?
an older one. It's like a, I'm not sure what it was called. Just a kind of standard orange kind of thing.
Yeah.
Good amps. He likes the kind of dirtier sound from an amp.
Cool, so here we have your little keyboards section
This is Barry's.
tucked away behind the amps.
This is Electric Barryland. Mostly his keyboards are coming off these receptors, it's like VST hosts. Lots of pianos and organs and whatever you want coming from that. This lovely vocoder thing, which has got kind of choir sounds and string sounds as well, I think. Sounds great, it's amazing. Another vocoder down here. It's good to have vocoders. Saves you from having to actually sing. There's a tremolo pedal down there. Oh, these things. A Juno 60, it's amazing. And that's amazing as well. A Dave Smith Poly Evolver. Enough of keyboards.
We got the laptop here, so what's running out of this laptop?
This is... It's kind of like the Mogwai karaoke machine.
So you've got Ableton Live running here.
Yeah, Ableton Live seems to work pretty good. Doesn't stop that much. When we first started using laptops, I tried to use Cubase, and it's the first concert. I was trying to watch the cursor going across the screen and tell people when things were about to happen, and the cursor was in the wrong place. And it was a mess. It was terribly embarrassing. But Ableton seems to work.
So how much do you use kind of stuff coming out of things like Ableton and computers on stage these days?
Varying degrees in different songs. I suppose about a third of our songs have got something coming off of this. I mean, what's up here is a tune called Mexican Grand Prix. It's got a drum machine. It's mostly drums and programmed computer voice singing thing.
Yeah.
And that was never done by a human in the first place, so it doesn't seem like cheating to have it coming off a computer.
Yeah, so the vocals on that track on the album, is that all computerised vocals, or do you do some human ones as well?
There are some human ones done by our friend Luke,
Yeah.
who's set up this is here. He's playing the violin through another wee holy stain with a bit of distortion on it, and singing through this microphone
So
on that song.
Is this the first tour that you've had a violin player with you, or have you toured with strings before?
We've done a few shows with like a quartet. It's quite expensive.
Do you find this makes things difficult having stringed instruments like that on stage with you, or does it kind of fit into the setup quite easily?
It's not difficult with Luke
Yeah.
because he comes from I suppose an indie rock background, and but when we had string quartet with us, they were more kind of classically trained, and it was a wee bit curious for us interacting with people who knew what they were talking about,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Got jazz bass set up here.
Lovely Fender jazz bass with a picture of a lady on it.
So he's another Fender fan in the band then?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean Fenders are just quite good, really. They don't look stupid. If you get a nice one, they play well. They don't tend to break too much.
Yeah.
Moving on to further Fender, we've got Stuart's Telecaster with a wee humbucker, a wee skinny humbucker put in the middle there. Very important Batman stickers. I think he got that when he was 10, and I believe it used to belong to Bert Jansch at some point.
Oh, it's a nice guitar with a bit of history.
Yeah. It's got a really flat fingerboard. Fretboard? Whatever it's called.
That bit, the bit
Yeah.
you're pointing at, yeah.
It's really flat. Like, my tellies have got a bit more of a curve on them, and that kind of freaks me out, being so
Yeah.
flat. It's got a Fender Twin. My Joe Satriani cab, which she's somehow managed to wangle. And that's an orange that's driving that. This is he's still got this bloody sticker in that. It's disgraceful. Yes, this is a new Les Paul.
So that must be very new if there's still stickers on it.
It's very new. It only got bought a few weeks ago. As I was saying before, we had to buy a second lot of stuff. So yes, he got that as a kind of replacement. Oh bloody hell, it's so heavy. For this one, which I think is from 1968. It's lovely, 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 lovely. Very heavy. And he's also got this as a kind of spare for his blue telly. This is the wee Seymour Duncan in it again.
Yeah.
This is also new. Quite nice. Same kind of flat radius on the fretboard. Dominic's Fender Precision bass with EMGs in it. Dominic's Travis Bean, which is quite good, but it's got some kind of intonation issue, I think. There's no truss rod in it, it's just one big stupid piece of metal.
Yeah, so it's quite easy to get out of shape then.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's just nothing really looks as good as like a jazz or a Precision when it comes to
Yeah.
basses. I suppose it's not so much that Fender guitars look great, it's that everything else just looks terrible. Here is a Fender 6. I think it's from '62. It's lovely, it's great. We keep trying to find uses for it because we bought it and it was really expensive and we have to
Does it not
justify
get used too much then?
It doesn't get used an awful lot. But me and Stuart are huge Cure fans and they used them all the time, so we had to buy one when we saw it. But yeah, that's one for the future.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it, I think.
Yeah, pretty much,
Yeah, the multitude of guitars and effects and various other things that go up into a Mogwai stage show. So cheers for chatting to us, John.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Cool. This has been Cypher Music Radar at Bristol Academy, checking out Mogwai's on-stage gear.